Manchester United is the most famous football team in the world, with millions of fans and followers worldwide. Its popularity extends far beyond the reach of other teams or leagues. This once great club has fallen from grace and no longer has the same appeal as it did just a few years ago. This video will explore why this happened, with a detailed look at the rise and fall of Manchester United. So let's begin. English soccer team Manchester United is now in 6th place in the English Premier League with 4 matches left. It looks like they're having trouble getting back to where they used to be. The Red Devils have 54 points over 34 tournaments since they could not qualify for UEFA's upcoming season if they lose 2 more spots. The 13-time Premier League champions haven't won a league title in almost a decade. So, how did they end up here? A group of train workers. In 1878, the carriage and wagon department of Lancaster and Yorkshire Railway Depot at Newton Heath founded Manchester United as the Newton Heath (LYR) Football Association. In 1902, when squad captain Harry Stafford discovered 4 entrepreneurs to spend in and manage the club, the title was changed. The rise of Manchester United, Busby Era. After Second World War, Matt Busby was hired as the club's coach. He wanted a degree of authority over the group of players, player transfers, and training classes that had never been seen before. Busby's streak of glory began in 1948 when he won the FA Cup and then won 3 league titles in 1952, 1956, and 1957. Manchester United was the first English team to participate in the European Cup in 1957. They dropped to Real Madrid in the semi-finals. But on February 6, 1958, a plane crash called the Munich plane tragedy killed 23 people, along with Jeff Bent, Roger Byrne, Eddie Coleman, Duncan Edwards, Mark Jones, David Pegg, Tommy Taylor, and Billy Whelan, and hurt many more. Well, after the horrific event, Busby put together a new squad that included George Best and Dennis Law. The team did well in the 1960s, winning the FA Cup in 1963 and the league titles in 1965 and 1967. In 1968, the Red Devils made more history when they defeated Benfica 4-1 in the final and became the first English team to achieve the European Cup. After Busby resigned as coach in 1969 and Sir Alex Ferguson was appointed as manager in 1986, Ron Atkinson led Manchester United to 2 FA Cup wins in 1983 and 1985. Manchester United became the best football team in England Ferguson era. Ferguson didn't do very well in his first several years with the Red Devils. In reality, he was thought to be fired until they beat Crystal Palace in the FA Cup final in 1990. However, Ferguson stuck to his battle plan and created a powerful team. The first big thing that happened during United's reign was that they won the UEFA Cup Winners' Cup in 1991. They did this by beating Barcelona 2-1. The Red Devils won't discourage there. At Old Trafford, they beat Red Star Belgrade 1-0 to win their first European Super Cup. Red Star Belgrade was the team that won the European Cup. After winning 2 League Cups in 1991 and 1992, the squad won the league's title in 1993 for the first time since 1967. The following season, United gained their 2nd league title in a row and won the FA Cup. This marked the first double in the team's history until the 1995-1996 season, when they did it once again. After winning a further league title in 1996-1997, Manchester United's best season in history was 1998-1999. The renowned, famous treble team, which included David Beckham, Ryan Giggs, and Paul Scholes, helped the Red Devils earn the Class of '92. The domestic title, domestic cup, and European Cup all within the same season. Even though Manchester United had a harsh beginning to the season, by the time they lost 2-3 to Middlesbrough in the 18th week of the Premier League, they had forgotten what it was like to lose. After beating Tottenham 2-1 in the final match of the league season on May 16, 1999, United finished the season 1 spot ahead of Arsenal. 6 days later, they beat Newcastle United 2-0 in the FA Cup final. On May 26, 1999, Manchester United earned the 1999 UEFA Champions League with aims from Teddy Sheringham and Old Gunnar Solskjaer in the 91st and 93rd minutes. This was one of the greatest exciting final matches in soccer history. Even though the squad was behind for most of the match and Bayern Munich had been ahead since the 6th minute, they still won. After such a great victory, the Queen of England made Ferguson a knight in 1999. In November 1999, United beat Copa Libertadores winner Palmeiras to conquer the Intercontinental Cup. This was another momentous historical event. Ferguson received 4 more Premier League titles in 2001, 2003, 2007, and 2008, and 1 FA Cup in 2004, before gaining Europe football's most significant awards for the second time. On May 21st, 2008, Manchester United played rivals Chelsea and won 6-5 on fines after the game ended 1-1 after additional time. This was their second UEFA Champions League title. In December 2008, the club made history again by becoming the initial British squad to win the FIFA World Cup. They beat LDU Quito 1-0 in the final to become the first British squad to win the tournament. In 2009, 2011, and 2013, Ferguson won 3 more English Premier League titles. On May 8, 2013, he announced that he would retire at the season's end. Ferguson was simply one of the most incredible football mentors, but also a fantastic talent spotter. He assisted Beckham, Giggs, Ruud van Nistelrooy, Wayne Rooney, and Cristiano Ronaldo to become stars, among others. Fall of Manchester United. Ferguson's departure left a huge hole, so the team's panel chose David Moyes, the coach of Everton, to fill in. But Moyes was fired only after 10 months because the team wasn't doing well. Giggs became an intervening period player manager until Louis van Gaal replaced Moyes in May 2014. The Dutch coach led the Red Devils to win the FA Cup in 2016, although he was fired on May 23, 2016, just 2 days after the Cup final, because the team wasn't doing well in the league. After which, Jose Mourinho became the team's head football coach. During his first season, he managed to win the FA Community Shield, the EFL Cup, and the UEFA Europa League. But back then, nobody really knew that the 2016-17 season would be the last. Since December 2018, when Mourinho was fired, the team hasn't taken home any national or international trophies. People think that the club's transformation in handling transfers after Ferguson left is the reason for the loss of grace. Folks also believe that the Red Devils' victory has been hurt by expensive signings and the fact that they don't have a reliable team. Manchester United has spent a total of $950 million on transfers over the last 10 years, making it the most expensive soccer club to do so. However, they haven't managed to win any league titles in the previous 5 years. What comes next? The club's panel said on April 24th that they had reached a deal with Ajax manager Erik ten Hag to make him the coach for the upcoming season. The 52-year-old coach, who won the Dutch Premier League with Ajax in 2009 and 2021, will substitute Rangnick at the end of this campaign. But can he make things like they used to be? It varies based less on how efficient the new leader is at mentoring and more on how they choose and move players. Ten Hag seems to have a good chance of winning this case because of his squad. Ajax made $250 million from selling players in the 2019-2020 season and $122 million in the following season. Fans of Manchester United can't wait for the upcoming campaign to see how well the Red Devils do with Ten Hag in charge. That's it for today's video. Do you believe Manchester United will rise and become the best football team again? Do let us know in the comments below. If you like this video, smash the like button and subscribe to our channel for more future updates. Thank you for watching. See you next time.